Let's touch on Brandon Jones, Kyle.
Yeah.
He's moving over to the number 9 to replace Noah Gragson for JR Motorsports next season to partner with Allgaier, Barry, and Mayer for that lineup. Star-studded really continues on for those other three. We'll see what Mayer can do, as we just recently talked about there. Barry having a solid season, has kind of dipped off as of late. Hasn't been quite up there as much as we saw him at the beginning of the year. Allgaier, this guy that's always there in the Xfinity Series. I mean, he's just week in and week out. But Brandon Jones, an Xfinity Series veteran of 7 seasons, has been with Joe Gibbs Racing for quite some time now, has gotten a couple of big wins. He beat Kyle Busch at Phoenix, so everybody remembers that one, but he also won at Martinsville earlier this year in that crazy finish that Ty Gibbs and Sam Mayer fought at on pit road afterwards, coming to the checkers, and was all kind of crazy. So Brandon Jones going over to the flagship number 9. That's the one that's had the most success. It's the one that's won championships for JR Motorsports in recent history. So what do you make of this move? Brandon Jones has been a average Xfinity Series driver, top 10 in points, top 8 in points in JGR equipment. Do you think he takes that next step with JR Motorsports in that number 9?
No. Brandon Jones is Brandon Jones. He is what he is. He is what he is. He's a guy who will win you a race, maybe 2. He'll have a performance that makes you go, oh, wow, maybe he'll do it. And then he never does. He's a guy who's always going to finish 6th to 10th in points, and he's always going to be that. At least he's just ticking off all the Xfinity Series teams. He got RCR back in the day, Joe Gibbs Racing. Now he's got to do the JRM stint and like Stuart Haas after that, get a Colleague stint in there maybe. Look, he is what he is. He's a solid but unremarkable Xfinity Series guy who will bring some stability to that 9 team. He's a good stopgap. There isn't an immediate prospect to take that seat. And we'll kind of see where it goes from here. I'm really interested to see because JRM has always kind of had like a couple good prospects in their team. Now it'll just kind of be Sam Mayer, a couple veterans, and Brandon Jones there. So interested to see what it'll be. But I don't know. Brandon Jones is going for like a decade in the Xfinity Series. Like, we know what he is at this point.
Yeah.
He's an Xfinity Series guy. Like, he had to go down and do ARCA races this year. Like, what are we doing here? Like,
it's true.
Come on.
I think he could, I think he can get like 2-3 wins next year in the 9, just because that 9 car has always just been.
He's never had 3 wins in a year, has he?
I know, but I think the 9 car is
record
better
season
than the 19 car at Gibbs. I think I think it's a slight bump. That's all I'll say. But no, Brandon Jones is not the answer for any team. He's just super average, and that's about Brandon Jones. It's more the interesting development of 2 full-time JGR cars open in the Xfinity Series. Do we think it's as easy as the 2 KBM guys that are currently out of contract right now and out of a ride go up there and fill that gap, fill those spots, or do you think that they're going to try and find somebody else to maybe fill one of those?
I don't think it's as simple as that. I don't think Nemechek gets one of the JGR seats. Just given some of the emotion that we saw, given why he went back to KBM, all those kind of things. If Toyota really does believe in him as a driver long-term and want to get him on that pipeline and stuff, then I'd love to see it. Absolutely.
He's proven himself in that car. But you want to race with him.
I just don't see him as being the guy. I think we'll see Sammy Smith in one of those 2 seats full time next year. And I think we'll probably see him. And I think we'll probably see Chandler Smith in that seat, in the other seat as well. I hope
so. I hope he gets one too. Yeah.
So I think that's probably the path they go down.
You think they lose Corey Heim?
I think Heim either. I don't know what's going to happen with him. I think we could see Hattori.
He hasn't done the full season there yet. Like, he's been the filler for most of the 51 ride this year. But.
I think we could see Hattori maybe become the KBM type team that takes in prospects, because right now they're kind of like a weird mid team where they've got Ankrum there and Purdy and stuff. So I could see them maybe getting Heim and maybe a Jesse Love and stuff like that, and maybe really revamping that team. But going to be an interesting silly season for the lower divisions for sure.